I'm speaking, of course, about Louis Navellier. He's Chief Investment Officer at the firm that bears his name, Navellier Associates. Good morning to you. Sir, I want to ask you, being the bull that we've just characterized you as, is that a vote in confidence in some ways, that the Chinese are getting their own economic policies right, and that perhaps Germany, France, the EU will be right-headed in how it solves or gives some resolution to the Greek fiscal crisis?
Sure. Well, as far as China's concerned, they're just trying to tap on the brakes. But that abrupt lending cutoff they had in January didn't really affect it because they made a lot more loans than they had anticipated. So they're just trying to kind of prick the real estate bubble that's formed in that country. But China's still roaring and leading the world economy. As far as Europe is concerned, obviously the Greece situation is very disturbing, and we have Portugal and Spain that also has some issues. And so anytime you demand that you be fiscally responsible is good. The big problem in Greece is 51% of their budget goes to retirement and health care.
Right.
So this is going to be very, very painful and very interesting to watch. But it's very important to watch because other countries are on the same path. So we want to see how they handle it. So
euro weakness wouldn't be a reason for you to start to put money to work in Europe?
No, there's stocks I like over there, like AIXG. It makes LED lighting and things. But I noticed that during the Greek crisis that it really got hit pretty hard despite having phenomenal earnings. But there are stocks we like over there, but they're mostly multinationals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do have a number of multinationals on your plate here. I see among some of your top picks, they include Apple, Colgate-Palmolive, Cognizant Technology, Freeport-McMoran. Tell me, what makes you bullish on Apple?
Well, Apple's very simple. 60% of its sales last quarter were international. That's up considerably, so they have a lot of momentum internationally. The iPad is going to be a huge hit. It has so many applications, it's almost mind-boggling. They got the endorsement from Mr. Iger at Disney not too long ago. So I think Apple's going to be really hitting its stride. Plus, they're due to update the computers around March or so.
Mm-hmm. So when you look apart from some of these individual stock picks that you've just made here, more broadly, I mean, when we start to talk about the withdrawal of some stimulus in the U.S. economy, perhaps the question of whether there should be another stimulus package deployed as well. I mean, how would those two options affect your outlook or how you'd be putting money to work here in the U.S.?
Well, we're very bullish on the economic outlook because inventory rebuilding alone will cause our economy to grow almost a 3% annual pace all year. And the inventory to sales ratio is at the lowest level since late 2007. So we're going to be growing with or without stimulus. I think the main thing on the stimulus, it would be nice if it was actually stimulus versus pork. I'm talking to you from Reno, but I'm in Florida quite a bit, and Palm Beach County got a $4.5 million butterfly park as our stimulus. And I'm not quite sure that was the best use of money.
So basically you're saying stimulus really hasn't made a difference to how you've tried to invest right now?
Correct, because the stimulus wasn't designed to create jobs. It was designed to basically extend benefits, keep some government workers like firemen and police in their jobs longer, do the state budget woes, and it wasn't designed to create jobs. It was just basically sticking a finger in the dike.
I want to ask you, I'm reading an interview in which you were talking about gold. You were pretty positive on it at the time. This was back in January. We're seeing a real bounce in the price of gold today. It's sort of being viewed as an alternative to currencies right now and a bet in commodities. I mean, tell me what your outlook is on gold itself right now.
Well, it's timely you asked that, and since I'm in Nevada, we mine quite a bit of gold here, and the joke is our state will be flat when they're done gold mining. It's going to take about 1 million years. There isn't so much we're not going to run out of gold, but there is a short-term physical shortage. The quality of the ore has dropped around the world, so they're just not producing as much as they should.
Okay.
And that's why Barrick stopped hedging.